Blockchain technology holds the potential to revolutionize every single aspect of our online lives. And as the crypto space heats up for the next wave of expansion in 2024, everyone's trying to identify the next major trends that can explode massively. And in this video, I want to talk about a particular sector in crypto that easily has the potential to 100x or more that does not have really anything to do with crypto, financial speculations, or NFTs. And for that reason, it's a really unique use case that's getting a lot of attention. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is in this video today and some particular projects you can watch out for in this space. I'm going to talk about all that as a blockchain developer myself who works this technology on a daily basis. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to get ahead of this next crazy crypto explosion that's heating up right now, then I can show you how to become a blockchain master step-by-step from start to finish over at dappuniversity.com/bootcamp. All right, so let's get into this. Let's talk about this tiny crypto sector that can easily 100x in the coming years. So what is it? Well, it's called Decentralized Physical Infrastructure, or DePIN for short. Now, I made a video about this on my channel a couple months ago. If you saw that, okay. If not, I'll recap some of that in this video, but I want to make this follow-up video to show you more of the projects behind the scenes and what type of potential this has. So I'm going to explain what it is first, but let's kind of take a look at the growth potential. So right now, if you look at the market cap of all the DePIN projects indexed on a website like coinco.com, it's about $8 billion. Now, that sounds like a lot of money, but this has a potential to 100x from here, okay? So think about it this way. Dogecoin is a single meme coin, all right? And at the peak of its valuation in the bull run, it was $80 billion. That's just one meme coin, okay? So an entire sector of the crypto market could easily be 10 times that size with something that has, close to 100 projects inside of it. And a lot of people predict that in the next crypto expansion, we could get to a peak market cap of $10 trillion. So if it got to $800 billion, that would be only 8% of the entire crypto market cap from one major groundbreaking use case. And many project that the entire DePIN sector could actually be worth closer to $3 trillion by 2028, which would be hundreds of X's from here. All right, so let's get into what this sector is all about. So let's break down DePIN. All right, so that stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure. And so basically, this is just taking all the infrastructure that we currently use to run the web today, like servers, cloud computing, and decentralizing it, okay? And that's kind of the whole point of Web 3.0 is basically taking these centralized things and decentralizing them. That's what we've done with blockchains. So basically, if you think how a blockchain works, it's a peer-to-peer network of nodes that all talk to one another. Just like you see on my screen here, okay? It's basically a bunch of different computers that all run the same software redundantly. And all that network does is basically, be in charge of people's balances, like how much money do I have in my account, how much money do you have in your account, and you are able to transfer, money between accounts on a blockchain like Bitcoin. That's all it does. Now, Ethereum and other smart contract platforms take that to the next level. You can actually write apps that execute on top of the chain. But really, all that's good for right now, more or less, is for things like DeFi and NFTs. But what if we want to unlock all these other use cases that we already do in Web 2.0 in a decentralized way? So said another way, what if we take this model that I'm showing here on my screen of this redundant distributed computing and just apply it to everything else? That's basically what DePIN is all about. So let's take web servers, for example. So you're probably watching this video on some type of computer, whether it's a laptop, desktop, smartphone, tablet, TV even, but that's talking to a web server that's actually serving you this video, okay? And that server is hosted in a centralized way. If you're watching it on YouTube, it's on Google servers, okay? And most websites that you're visiting right now are going to be hosted on big platforms like Amazon Web Services, maybe Microsoft, Google Cloud Compute, or some other smaller hosting company. But the whole point is these are centralized services that control all the servers that you're getting all this content on top of. They're the ones making all the money. There's censorship risks, all that type of stuff. But what if you could make decentralized alternatives to this? Well, that's basically what DePIN is all about. So, for example, of like web servers, what if you could basically get a person like you or me to run a computer at home, okay, that could host somebody's website? And it's not just me, but it's maybe somebody else has a redundant copy. Or maybe you don't even need that redundancy. Maybe they're just renting your particular computer and then you could get paid in crypto for serving that. Well, that's the whole idea, is you could decentralize the use case. Think about kind of like Uber, okay? Uber is a company, but basically they have normal everyday people use their cars to help run this Uber network. Well, basically you could have decentralized physical infrastructure for any technological need where you bring the hardware and they pay you for that service. And it doesn't just stop at web use cases, okay? We've got things like file storage, internet service, big data, artificial intelligence models, where anybody could participate in this stuff with their own infrastructure and earn money for doing it. And so if this actually works and gains traction, then there could be a massive explosion in this sector from a fundamental value perspective. But also, let's be real, this is crypto, and this space is highly driven by narratives, and simply the hope of this technology gaining traction over time is enough fuel to actually probably take it to 100x valuation from here. So that being said, let's look at some projects in this space and what they're doing. Now, any project that I'm talking about that's got a crypto associated with it, I'm not necessarily endorsing these projects. It's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy or sell any cryptos based on this information. I don't know which ones are going to work out in the long term, and it's not going to be a comprehensive list, so don't leave a comment below this video and say, you left my project out. So I'll break these down into categories. So the first category I'm going to talk about is really like cloud computing. So basically, this is kind of like Amazon Web Services or AWS, if you're familiar with that, basically where you can sign up and get any type of infrastructure that you need for a cost, whether it's a web server, whether it's a database, file storage, all the type of stuff. It's just a sort of a cloud computing self-serve platform. And there's lots of projects that kind of more or less fit into this. So a big popular one is Akash. Okay, that's one that everybody's really excited about. Another one is the Golem project, which has been around for quite some time. Okay, Akash is a newer project. Golem's been around for a little while longer, but it's another example. And then another example is Flux. Flux is the first and largest Web3 DePIN decentralized computing network by individuals globally. All right, so another category are actual databases themselves, because databases are kind of a touchy topic in Web 2.0 because, if you're hosting databases on these centralized platforms, you don't know what they're doing with that data, okay? The one project that's aiming to fix that type of thing is Ceramic Network. So this is your decentralized data network for building Web 3.0 applications and composable data. Okay, so they got that little slogan, not your keys, not your data, kind of like not your keys, not your crypto. So another one to check out is Tableland. So this is a Web3 database to storing query contract data with metadata with MySQL. So another category is file storage. So you can't run any really good technology without having a reliable place to store files. And there's a couple different projects that are in the spotlight for that. So one is definitely Arweave. It's been around for quite some time. It's kind of like IPFS, but it's got actually a chain built on top of it, okay, with some token incentives for running the network, okay? So, and also it's a way to permanently store files. So it's in the ethos of blockchain. Basically, you put a file and it's on there forever. Okay, so another one is Filecoin, which is a really similar project. Basically, it's a data storage marketplace that has some tokenomics incentives built into it as well. And then another one to put into the ranks is Storj. So Storj has got some privacy built into it, and they've really focused on the affordability of their cloud object storage. All right, so those are some of the big categories and some of the big players inside of those. But then there's some also smaller niches within this space that I think are really cool from a technology standpoint that I want to highlight right now. So one of them is Fleek, which I'm going to put in sort of the CDN category. So what is a CDN? It's a content delivery network. So if you're a developer and you've coded a front-end app before and you wanted to put your assets out there on a way they can be served really fast, a lot of times we'll use a CDN or a content delivery network for that. And that's exactly what Fleek is doing in a decentralized way. And so you might have seen me use Fleek if you've done any of my trainings before, any of my free videos on YouTube, or if you've been part of the Blockchain Bootcamp. I've used Fleek a lot, and they're moving in this direction of doing a decentralized content delivery network. So another one is LivePeer, which is a decentralized streaming infrastructure for video. All right. And another one, which I think is, been around for some time now, but starting to gain a lot more traction, is the Helium network, where basically we're trying to create decentralized wireless infrastructure where you can set up like wireless hotspots that you can run and then earn crypto for doing that. And another use case that I have to throw in here because AI is such a big deal, and I talked about it earlier in this video, is the Render Network. So Render Network connects artists looking to render next-gen 3D media with near unlimited GPUs in a decentralized global network. So basically the idea is if you want big GPU power to create AI and AI imagery or video, whatever it is, that can be very expensive, and we're going to be able to do it in this decentralized way with the render protocol. All right, so that's an overview of just a few major players in the DePIN space. Now, again, there's gonna be people commenting about this video saying, hey, you forgot this, you forgot that. There's dozens of others that I could talk about, okay? And again, I'm not endorsing any of these projects necessarily. You can easily go to a website like CoinGecko.com, look at the DePIN sector and start browsing some of these projects yourself to see more about what they're about. Those are just some ones that I'm particularly excited about for now. But that being said, if any of this technology actually becomes sticky, then this could be a major use case that takes off for crypto and blockchain technology that really doesn't have anything to do with financial speculation or trying to find the next hot NFT before it blows up, and could really mature this space to where we have really useful technology that works independently of these crypto boom and bust cycles, which is something I'm particularly excited about. But at the end of the day, again, crypto does trade on excitement and narratives, and the steam from this narrative and sector alone could be the thing that could easily make it 100x in market cap from here in the coming years. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you excited about the DePIN sector? Do you think it's overhyped? Do you think there's actually some value here? I want to know down in the comment section below. Are you holding any DePIN projects? And once you leave your comment, make sure you smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you want to get ahead of the next crypto explosion, the best way to capitalize on this opportunity is to become a blockchain developer now before this space gets crazy. So I can show you how to do that step by step from start to finish over at dappuniversity.com/bootcamp. You really don't have to be an expert to get started today. I've helped people with zero coding experience become real world blockchain developers in a matter of months. So that's all I've got. Until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.